Take a time out here for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll let you hear from Kevin Stewart ahead of this one with Free State and Shawnee Mission East. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and on 810 Varsity. Free State at 5-1, hosting Shawnee Mission East at 2-4. It is an important game for the Firebirds, let alone it's senior night, but trying to keep pace at the top of the West in 6A. They are currently in a four-way tie for the second-best record in the West. All the teams at 5-1. Everybody just trailing Derby at the top, who's 5-0. You want to get as high of a seed as possible, so you're hosting as long as possible, and so that you get to avoid Derby as long as possible. Free State got to keep the pressure on there, but trying to win on senior night tonight. They'll be in the black uniforms with gray numbers, the green Nomad helmets, and the gray numbers on the helmets for Shawnee Mission East. They'll be in the white and powder blue uniforms with powder blue helmets. So, Craig, back in the action this week. What are you looking for out of the Firebirds here in this opening quarter?
Well, I think the line matchups should be real interesting, as I'm kind of convinced that that Shawnee Mission East is a little undersized going up against Free State, especially Free State's offensive line against East defensive line. And so, but, you know, for me, it always comes down to that. You got to win the line of scrimmage. So, again, if our guys up front on offense can move them back 2 yards, and then, you know, whatever running play that Free State has dialed up, then, you know, move the line of scrimmage 2 yards. Let the running back do some work. You're going to be pretty well assured of 4 to 5 yards at least per carry. And we've seen this Free State team break huge runs all season long.
So our coach interview earlier was powered by Lawrence Shirt Factory. If you want some Free State Firebirds apparel, check out Lawrence Shirt Factory at 925 Iowa next to Munchers. They have custom designs to screen printing and embroidery with shirts and apparel. You can visit them online at lawrenceshirtfactory.com. Kevin Stewart mentioned that he's not ultra worried about his team. Looking ahead to next week with Lawrence High, that's obviously a good sign.
Yeah. Well, that comes down to your leadership, you know, your internal leadership. At some point during the season, you know, how the players conduct themselves, you know, beyond what the head coach or his staff wants and expects of you. But what do you expect of yourself, and what do you expect of your teammates? Those become the critical issues. So if Kevin is confident about his team being focused tonight, then that's a real good sign.
So we get ready to be underway here on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and on 810 Varsity with Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson. Free State will kick off to open this one up. Shawnee Mission East back to receive the opening kick. It'll be done for the Firebirds by Adam Koop from the 40-yard line at the right hash. The Firebirds looking to improve on their three-game winning streak and get to 6-1 East. Better than the record would indicate. They're a stingy 2-4, and it'll be returned by Andres Driver into the middle, cutting to the outside. Driver past the 30. Driver across the 40, and great opening kick return for the Lancers as he finally was dragged down into Firebird territory at the 47.
Derek, it's one of the few times that we've seen the opposition with a good kick return. Free State has been excellent in kick coverage all year.
Injury report, nothing to note on our end, at least that we've been told about. That injury report brought to you by Advent Health Medical Group, Primary Care at Lawrence. That's Advent Health Medical Group, Primary Care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates. Whether you need a school physical, ongoing care for a chronic condition, or anything in between, the primary care team in Lawrence has you covered. Handoff up the middle to Ryan Ward, who bursts through for a gain of 8 up to the 39-yard line, and a strong gain on first down for the Lancers.
Nothing fancy about that play. Just line up, beat the guy across from you, and then let the running back do his work. And that's a nice gain for Shawnee Mission East, 9 yards, first carry of the game.
Second down and short. The Lancers come out in a pistol at the middle of the field. The give again goes up the middle and stuffed back. Preston Tran. The ball came out late, but the running back in Ryan Ward was down. Forward progress won't keep it from being too big of a loss. But it'll now be 3rd down and 3 for the Lancers from the 40-yard line.
That is a 2-yard loss, and Free State has 37 tackles for loss this year.
That front seven's been so good, they'll look to be good again here on this 3rd and short. Lizzie, the quarterback, drops back, looks over the middle, fires over the middle. It's tipped in the air, and it gets caught off the deflection by Shawnee Mission East. It was caught by the tight end, Rhett Wallace. I saw him in pregame warm-ups. tip a fade pass to himself in the end zone and catch it. That time, it deflected off another receiver with good coverage over the middle by Quez Lee. It popped in the air. Usually that's dangerous for the offense, but it results in a 6-yard gain and a first down for Shawnee Mission East. 1st and 10 from the 34. Coming in motion is Driver. The give will be up the middle to Ryan Ward, and he is swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Ty Newhouse and Brian Lane, both captains on that defense, help bring him down, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So the Lancers at 2-4. Typically one of the top teams on the eastern half of 6A. At certain spots, they've got a young team. You mentioned being a little undersized compared to the Free State line. Look at the receiving core. You're looking at sophomores in Driver and Gooley, a junior in Leonard. Fake on the handoff, running up. Lacey throws to the outside, and it's overthrown. Looking for Driver. Tried to hit him in the flats on what might have been an RPO, and it was incomplete as he was stepping up and didn't get a clean platform to throw. It'll be 3rd down and 10. So Shawnee Mission East would currently be the 10 seed in the East for 6A. Which means they'd open up on the road at Shawnee Mission Northwest if the season ended today, the 7 seed. Free State would be the 5 seed right now. They'd open with a home playoff game, but still work to be done in these final 2 games for both these sides. Driver again in motion in the pistol for Lizzie. Drops back, good protection, throws over the middle, can't fit it into Wallace. And it's incomplete, good pass coverage by Josiah Nash. And it'll bring up 4th down and 10.
Boy, really in a no man's land here, but no real decision here at 4th and 10. I guess you could play the field position game and see if your punter's good enough to place it inside the 5.
Yeah, at the 34, I think they're going to go for it.
It looks like it.
And I personally like this call because even if you punt it, if it ends up being a touchback, it's only a 14-yard difference.
Right.
Might as well take a shot at it. So it'll be pistol formation. Free State brings a blitz. The throw to the right on the back shoulder fade is wide of C.J. Leonard. The pressure came from Brian Lane, helping force the early pass and incompletion. And Free State forces a turnover on downs after allowing the big first down run after the big kick return.
And Derek, it looked like that pass was tipped before it got to the receiver. But yeah, that's a good combination. Pressure on the quarterback. He might be delivering a little earlier than he wants to. Your DB has good coverage. Ball's tipped. Free State takes over in pretty good shape here. Just short of the 35.
So first try of the offense for the Firebirds. Jet Deneen has been a one-man wrecking crew. Lots of other strong players on this offense as well. The line's been so good. They've got big receivers. Dash Cleveland's been so solid on the year. 9:32 to go in the quarter as Free State takes over for the first time, and it'll be a give to Cleveland up the middle. Great sidestep juke. A flag is down. Then he spins around and falls forward to the 40-yard line, but a flag is at the line of scrimmage. Fancy moves, though, by Dash Cleveland.
Yeah, it really was. I wonder if we were moving. It looked like that play started just a little early, and we're moving backwards.
It's going to be a hold against the Firebirds.
Okay.
Well, Cleveland last game came up at the second half of the game and had a slight injury and was pulled for the rest of the game, but the score was kind of in hand at that point, so it was seemingly more of just a let's just make sure you're all right, and Cleveland clearly okay now, getting the start here for the Firebirds in this one. They'll be in the pistol from the left hash. 1st and 20 now for Free State from their own 24. Apele in motion, give left to Cleveland, cuts up, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, fights forward, and falls for a gain of 1. The tackle made by Ben Lucci. It'll be 2nd and 19 for the Firebirds. They've been such a good running team this season. They've hit big pass plays. It's been the traditional way that we've been used to seeing this squad move the ball down the field. And here facing a difficult situation. 2nd and 19 on their first drive of the game. Deneen the hard count, high snap, throws it right out to the flats. It's caught by Patchen at the 30, stiff arms, and brought down at the 37. Tackle made by the free safety, Joey Hoffman. And a nice pickup for the Firebirds. It'll be now 3rd and 7. They're at the 37. They've got to get to the 44, so a gain of 12. Patchen's been a real reliable pass catcher this year. Deneen now going to throw downfield on a deep ball, looking down for Jordan Brown, and it's just a bit by him. Incomplete. The coverage for Shawnee Mission East was made by George Kopp. And so the Firebirds will punt away on 4th and 7.
Derek, that ball was very well placed as Jordan Brown had half a step. Uh-oh.
High snap on the punt. Coop will get it back. He's going to set his feet, tries the punt. It's blocked by Shawnee Mission East inside the 5 and recovered by the Lancers at the 3-yard line. And I believe it was Parker Lisey, the quarterback, who blocked the punt. So how about Lisey, the quarterback, showing off his athleticism? And it'll be 1st and goal for the Lancers. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Firebirds defense put in a tough situation. East looking to capitalize. It'll be a pistol set for Lisey. And the loose ball on the bad snap is covered on the dive by Lisey. Almost disaster back the other way, but it is a big loss. That'll give Free State a little more room to operate defensively. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Bit of a sloppy start on both ends.
Boy, I tell you, Derek, it goes without saying it's a pretty bad sequence by Free State. You get a holding call on your first offensive play, put yourself into 1st and 20, so you're behind the chains. Then the bad snap on the punt, and now East setting up 2nd and goal.
There'll be trips out to the right with Ward, the running back. It'll be a straight drop back. Lisey throws to the left corner, almost intercepted. It was undercut by Mose Downing, trying to get it out to the flats to Rhett Wallace in the end zone. It just hit off his hands and deflected harmlessly out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd and goal.
You're not going to get a lot better chance at an interception than that one right there. Mo cut in front of the receiver, kind of jumped the route a little bit, and had both hands extended above his helmet, just couldn't bring it down.
If this would have been basketball season, Mo would have been going the other way for a dunk.
Yep.
Instead, now it's 3rd and goal. Firebirds defense looking to hold. Student section getting loud. Lisey near the left hash in the shotgun set. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Straight drop back. Pressure comes. Floods it out to the right to Ward. He breaks one tackle and scurries into the end zone. Quez Lee couldn't bring him down. And what a play by Ryan Ward on the little flick from Lisey, who took a big shot. And Shawnee Mission East on the board with 7:07 to go in the first quarter.
Pretty well designed and well executed play. They went 3 receivers to the right side, and they ran routes into the end zone, and then just flip it out to the running back, who makes one nice move and gets into the end zone.
PAT by Henry Anderson has plenty of leg and through the uprights. So the Lancers take a 7-0 lead on the Firebirds, trying to spoil Free State's senior night here at Free State High School. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on 92.9 The Bull, Bull 929. The turnaround this year, but in season, including last week, they were down 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. They had their first play on offense last week. They fumbled on a speed option and then trailed 7-0. They ended up coming back and responding well from that. A squib kick is dove on by the Firebirds at the 24-yard line. And so Free State will look to respond once again, trailing 7-0 to Shawnee Mission East.
Well, to add to your point, Derek, these guys do seem to have that capability of not letting some momentary adversity defeat them. They do have a resilient quality about them, and frankly, a lot of that comes from their ability to have big plays, because we've seen them score quickly from any place on the field, and when you can do that, you can bounce back a lot easier.
Give to Cleveland, and he is all over white jerseys from Shawnee Mission East as they bring him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1 or 2. And right now the Firebirds looking to get the push going on the offensive line.
Well, that's not one of the big plays to which I referred earlier, but speaking of that offensive line, they got to be a little more accountable here.
QB power to the right. Deneen sidesteps one, cuts through another, fighting for yards up to the 30. And it'll be 3rd down and medium for the Firebirds. They've got to get to the 34. They're at the 30. Deneen's such a good runner. Will East bring in numbers to the box, trying to affect this Firebirds running game. So far, they've done a good job. Shotgun snap, give to Cleveland. And he has nowhere to go, wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. There's Ryan Ward again, who scored the last touchdown. And he brings him down for a loss of 2. So 2 2-yard losses on runs to dash Cleveland on that drive. And Free State will have to punt away on this 4th and 6.
Almost. If you're wondering if that's the right read or not, whether to hand off or keep, forget that. What has to happen is
high snap again on the punt, just gotten away. It goes to the side, then takes a negative bounce, and this is only going to end up being about a 16, 17, 18-yard punt. It's going to be Shawnee Mission East at the Firebirds 43, so the Lancers will have taken over in Firebirds territory on now all 3 of their drives. Special teams so far has been the difference.
Yeah. Poor kick coverage on the opening kickoff, and now a couple of issues with the snap from long snapper to punter.
If the Firebirds can hold here, play action. Hit comes, the throw to the sideline, and the sticks is caught by Andres Driver as he bobs out of bounds. A little comeback route to the side. Lizzie took a hit from Anthony Lewis. I was able to fire the ball out there, and it's up to the 32-yard line of Free State for a 1st and 10. 5:33 to go in the quarter. Well, this is a challenge for sure with facing a team that can really chuck it around the field with Lizzie and a very strong arm. Handoff goes to Ward, finds a hole through the middle and cut down at the legs before he got into the secondary, but it's still a gain of 8 or 9 yards. Free State has not given up more than 21 points in a game this season, but early on, struggling. Not all their fault with the short fields here against Shawnee Mission East. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Coming in motion is Rhett Wallace. They fake the pitch right, taking it is Lizzie, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Read well by Anthony Lewis. A loss of a yard or so, and a big play by Lewis, who's celebrating senior night tonight, his 4th tackle for loss on the season. 3rd down and 3 for East. Under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Lancers leading 7-0. Pistol set, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They give up the middle, and finding a big hole is Ward, who gets the 1st down and then gets hit around the 20-yard line. And in the red zone for the 2nd time goes Shawnee Mission East. Right now, the Lancers are winning at both lines of scrimmage. Firebirds looking to counter back. Lizzie in the pistol. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Lizzie just a junior. Takes a step, fires over the middle. Tight slant route, almost intercepted by the Firebirds on the deflection. Tried to fit it in on a little slant, and it deflected off the receiver's hands. It was almost Grant Gregory catching the deflection, but just hit the ground. Couple deflections that have been dangerous or almost interceptions. Been 2 or 3 of them that haven't resulted in anything yet. So 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Shawnee Mission East averaging 18 points per game this season. Free State giving up just 17 points per game. Lizzie fakes the pitch right. QB drop the middle. A flag is down. Then he lost the football. There's a pile for who recovered it. Nobody's pointing yet. And it looks like it's going to be Shawnee Mission East football. But again, there is a flag. It was just a gain of a yard or 2, so it'll be a decision for Kevin Stewart, whether he wants 2nd and 20 or about 3rd and 8, and he is going to move him back. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Lancers at the Firebirds' 29-yard line, near the right hash. Shawnee Mission East opened the season a 28-7 win over Shawnee Mission North, then suffered a 3-game losing streak. Lost to the Shawnee Mission West, Mill Valley, and Olathe South. And then they've gone 1-1 in the last 2, most recently losing to Olathe North. Lizzie drops back, throws downfield on a deep route to the sideline. It's thrown wide and out of bounds as he was looking for C.J. Leonard downfield. It'll be 3rd and 20. Most recent win for Shawnee Mission East was a 34-19 win at Shawnee Mission South. Hard to hold losses against you to Olathe North and Mill Valley. Of course, Free State defeated Mill Valley here a couple weeks ago. That was the crown jewel victory so far of the year for the Firebirds. Pistol set, Lizzie. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Drops back, pressure comes, steps into the pocket. Now he avoids it, throws over the middle. A dart is just wide of Leonard. He started to separate on Gregory, but it was just outside of him. It was a tough throw to make, and it'll bring up 4th and 20 from the 29-yard line. And we'll see if Henry Anderson has the leg to kick this or if they'll just go for it again. Looks like they'll go for it. And if you punt and it's a touchback, it's only a 9-yard difference. Might as well go for it and hope for a defensive pass interference or maybe a pickup on the play. Free State looking to hold. 4th down and 20 for Shawnee Mission East. Dropping back, Lizzie. Pressure comes. He throws it up in the air. Got deflected off the yard. It's intercepted by Free State. And funny enough, they'll end up about the same spot that they would have either way, but it's Colton Berger catching the ball after the arm was hit by Lizzie and caused the pop fly. Berger picks it up, and Free State looking to capitalize now off the first turnover of the game.
Boy, with the contact in the backfield on the quarterback, that just turned into a free ball. And, Derek, honestly, I think there were a lot of players out there who didn't know where the ball was, but Colton Berger spied it as it was just kind of hanging in the air for the longest time. And when I saw him catch it, I actually thought he'd be going a lot longer than he did.
The ball just took too long to get down for him to go.
Hang time.
1st and 10. Deneen drops back, play action, pressure comes. He rolls out to the right. Deneen looking downfield, chucks it to the sideline. Nice toe tap grab by Manny Apele at the 39-yard line. Just perfectly lofted on the run by Deneen over the defense. And Apele back-to-back weeks where he's had a really nice catch. Had a one-handed catch last week. It's also his 3rd straight week with a catch. 2nd and 1 Firebirds from their own 39. Deneen gives left to Cleveland. Cuts upfield the 1st down, and he barrels inside past the 45 down at the 47.
There, that's a little more decisive run and a little bit of work up front by the offensive line. Dash just hasn't had a lot of room to work on most of the handoffs tonight, but that's 2 plays and a 1st down, and Free State might be picking up a little bit of rhythm here.
Looking to cross midfield for the first time tonight. Pistol set, fake to Cleveland. Pressure comes. Deneen rolls right, then left. The flag comes in. Deneen pointing, chucks it downfield. Looking, it's dropped by Jared Willits. He had pressure coming on.
That's going to be a hold in the backfield.
Almost makes you feel better he didn't catch it if you're Free State.
That's a hold.
But again, this is going to put them in a tough situation.
Yep. It's back to 1st and 20 now.
It does almost feel like, though, with the way that East, outside of that last run, is defending the run and is stopping the Firebirds' run, that they're going to have to open things up in the passing game to move the ball, at least for a little bit here.
Well, I agree with that assessment. But boy, those guys up front have got to do a better job. Those two defensive linemen for East were on Jet just almost when he caught the snap, Derek.
Yeah, one of them was Ethan Curran, the outside linebacker. And now another flag on the hard count. This is going to be against the Firebirds. False start on Free State.
Well, the hits just keep on coming.
First down and 25. Free State at their own 32. They've got to get all the way up to the 43 of Shawnee Mission East. Well, the Firebirds' average offensive lineman stands at 270 pounds. East has brought it to him so far early in this one. Showing a middle linebacker blitz. We'll see if they come. Apele goes in motion. Now they back off. Eventually, though, they do suck up to the line of scrimmage. The read option kept by Deneen, and he cannot cut free. Maybe a yard for Deneen. Jake Canova on the tackle, and it'll be second down and 24. Two minutes to go in the first quarter. Shawnee Mission East leads Free State 7-0 early in the first. Pistol set. Deneen, hard count, looks right, throws to the right side. High grab by Jordan Brown, who jumped in the air, made the grab, and then slid his feet out of bounds as he held to the sideline. It's a long pass for not an overly big game, but it does make third down a little more manageable. They'll be at the 40. Means this is 3rd and 17 on the 7-yard completion. Deneen completing 58% of his balls, 753 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 2 picks on the season. Floating snap, pressure comes, it's a QB draw, has to run up into it. Deneen breaks the tackle, Deneen getting to the outside. Deneen gets a block, he's got the first down and more. Inside the 30, Jet Deneen, inside the 20, put on the Jets. Touchdown, Firebirds.
Derek, we have seen that play before. A 3rd and long. They get 4 receivers out in the pattern. They run them deep, and it's a design quarterback draw. Secondary's taken away. And if Jet can get to linebacker level, then he's got a great opportunity to break it big, as he did right there.
A 60-yard touchdown run by Jet Deneen on 3rd and 17. What a momentum swinging play that was with 1:17 to go in the first quarter. The PAT to tie by Adam Coop is up and through. We're even at 7. We'll be back after this timeout on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. For video feed. 7-7. Shawnee Mission East impressive with special teams and capitalizing on the second drive of the game. Making it 7-0. Free State responds there on a 3rd and 17. What a run by Jet Deneen. We've really just seen him have that ability to break the long one, and did what you wouldn't have imagined on 3rd and 17. So Adam Coop will have the kickoff. Brand new ball game, all even at 7. It'll be fielded by Ethan Curran, who cuts into the middle, breaks a tackle, works up past the 30, and again, strong special teams by Shawnee Mission East. Curran able to get up to about the 32-yard line. But this will be the first time that Shawnee Mission East does not start in Firebirds territory. And if I told you that that was the case, that Shawnee Mission East was going to start in Free State territory for their first 3 drives, I think all in all you would say, 7 points, not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, not really. But, again, you can't give a team that is the record doesn't really speak to what they are, and so you can't give a team any kind of quality, that kind of field position night after night, or possession after possession.
The carry was Breck McGuire, the spell running back. He gained about 2 yards before he was pushed back. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Shawnee Mission East from the left hash at their own 34. Well, a high-scoring game on the season of 34 for East. That was against Shawnee Mission South. Their low point, they were shut out at Shawnee Mission West. They'll have trips to the right. Lizzie, the 6'2", 215-pound junior quarterback, takes the chest-high snap, running out to the right on the QB power. Newhouse chasing him down, gets his big arms on him, and brings him to the ground. How about that? A defensive tackle chasing down a quarterback 6-7 yards down the field. It is going to be about 3rd and a yard for Shawnee Mission East.
Well, Newhouse is a talent. We know that. And, of course, he's a fairly early commit to Tulsa, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so, he's been a mainstay on that line at least for 3 seasons. So we shouldn't be too shocked by what he does out there.
Just great effort. That'll do it for the first quarter. 7-7 the score. Shawnee Mission East facing a 3rd down after this 30-second timeout on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. They're at their own 40, trying to get to about the 41.5-yard line. Free State looking to hold. It'll be trips to the left. Lizzie in the pistol. Behind him is Ryan Ward. They'll give it right up the gut to Ward, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Did he just fall forward for enough? I think he might have. Ty Newhouse and Anthony Lewis on the tackle, and it is just enough to move the chains. Ward powered forward. Well, Ward, such a good player for this team. The senior running back also plays linebacker. Their head coach, Justin Hoover, called him the emotional leader of the team. He is a heartbeat. He had the first touchdown of the game. Pistol set again. Lizzie surveying around the defense as we begin this 2nd quarter of action. Ward points something out with a blitz coming from Quesley around the edge. It's picked up, throw downfield to the left, overthrown, looking for Teddy Saylor. Ryan Ward read the blitz perfectly from Quesley around the edge and made the big block to allow that throw. Still the Firebirds coverage holds, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that's a big arm right there. Maybe trying to force it in a little bit to in between 2 defenders, but I'm impressed by that arm strength.
You can see why he got an offer from KU and has received recruitment from some other big schools or gone on visits or whatnot. He's definitely got the arm strength. Just a junior, good size as well. Dropping back, Lizzie throws out to the left. It's overthrown for Ryan Ward. Trying to flood it out to him at the left sideline. Now it'll be 3rd and 10. And, of course, Justin Hoover is known as kind of a quarterback guru among the Kansas City area. Hoover hoping for his offense to convert this 3rd down. The Firebirds looking for a stop. 4 down linemen for Free State. Pistol set to the right. They've got to get up to the Free State 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout from Shawnee Mission East. 11:13 to go in the second quarter. We'll keep it right here. 7-7 is the score. It was Lizzie finding Ward for a 6-yard score with 7:07 to go in the first quarter. Then Jet Deneen, a 60-yard scamper on 3rd and 17 for the Firebirds with 1:17 in the quarter, and that is where we stand, 7-7 the score.
Scamper. That was a scamper.
What would you call it?
Jets run. Scamper's good enough for right now till I think of something a little more colorful, I guess. But holy cow, that was a heck of a run.
Yes, it was.
I'm going to go back up to your comment about Coach Hoover. How does one become a guru?
Coach a lot of good quarterbacks.
Yeah. Does it take a certification?
You know, if so, I'd like to see what that certification takes.
Guru certificate.
I want to be a guru of something. I don't know what. It's a pistol set on this 3rd and 10. Low snap, it's dropped. Lizzie picks it back up, then steps into the pocket, looking downfield. Lizzie approaching the line of scrimmage, rolls left, fires to the sideline, and it's wide out of bounds. They were trying to fit it into Driver. Also good coverage by Cooper Jackson, who pushed him away.
Yeah, nice work there by the secondary, staying with their responsibility. It's easy if you see a low snap or a bobbled snap to kind of forget your responsibility and just try to rush to the football. So credit to that secondary of Free State.
Jake Patchen will be back to return. We saw him make a catch earlier this game. 11:05 in the first half, 4th and 10. Good snap, the punt away. Fielded by Patchen at the 27. Patchen cuts left at the 35. Patchen then will stumble out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Nice little punt return. And the Firebirds will take over yet again. The last drive, you score the touchdown, but also from just a sustenance portion of things, sustaining a drive.
Yeah.
You don't really feel great about that portion of it. You had to convert the 3rd and 17. So what are you looking for here on this go-around?
Well, let's stay out of the penalties, right? Don't penalize ourselves into down in distances we don't want, and certainly don't get behind the chains.
1st and 10. Tay Ware, the running back in, gets a play fake. Throw out to the left from Deneen is wide on the out route, looking for Jared Willits. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, Deneen over 750 yards passing, almost 800 yards rushing coming into this one. 10 touchdowns passing, 10 more touchdowns rushing, averaging 9 yards per carry on the ground, averaging about 9 yards in the air, too. Deneen, speed option right, fakes the pitch, then throws it away. It's fumbled around, it's on the turf, and it's picked up by Shawnee Mission East. And the Firebirds again make a big mistake. And now it'll be Lancers football at the Free State 38-yard line.
Well, Derek, that was iffy even before the fumble, with Jet trying to pitch the football out of a
pitched very late while he was getting hit.
Yeah, he was being wrapped up and tries to execute that pitch. We don't run the option enough to really get away with it. You see some really skilled option teams get away with those kinds of things, but we don't do it quite that much.
Pressure comes on the pass, almost intercepted on a little pass. I think it was a screen intended for Ward, but Newhouse read it well. He just deflected it away. Man, there have been a couple almost interceptions. Of course, there was the one earlier on the hit arm of Lizzie that was picked by Berger.
Well, excellent pressure on the quarterback. Lizing has to get rid of it a little earlier than perhaps he wanted to, and I wonder if Newhouse was a little surprised by that football.
2nd down and 10. Play fake, throw over the middle. I think it was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and that killed the ball before it could get out to the side, looking for either Leonard or Driver, and it'll be 3rd and 10. The Firebirds looking to get to the quarterback here. Offensive line, Moeller, Moulin, Henniger, Abersold, and Schussler for East. It'll be a little give to Driver, who works around to the left. Then he's thrown to the ground by Colton Berger. A gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down and 7. I would imagine Shawnee Mission East is going to go for this.
I would imagine. I think they were trying to maybe catch the Firebirds a little unaware. 3rd and down, 3rd and 10, looks like an.
7-7 the score. 4th down and 7 for Shawnee Mission East out of the break with Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson. It'll be a drop back for Lacey. He throws out to left, and it is too high and wide of Ryan Ward. But wait, it looks like there is a flag near the sideline, and this might be unfortunate for Free State, but also unfortunate for Shawnee Mission East. Unfortunate for East that it's on them, but unfortunate for Free State because now they get another try at this 4th down, and it'll be 4th and 12 on the penalty against the Lancers. They'll have it from the 40. Looks like they're still maybe going to go for it. Maybe this is a spot where you're a little further out, where maybe this would be a pooch punt from the quarterback. We'll see. 9:44 to go in the half. On 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. 2 receivers to each side. The running back, Ward, directly behind Lacey in the pistol. Pressure comes from Free State. The throw to the left, almost intercepted. It was cut under by Cooper Jackson, who could have had his 2nd pick 6 of the year. They tried to flood it to the out by Andres Driver, and Jackson read it perfectly. But for Free State, not so bad anyway. They'll get a 1st and 10 at their own 40 on the turnover on downs.
And, Derek, we saw the defensive line of Free State really assert itself on that series as they had pressure on Lacey, the East quarterback, on every play. You know, if you've practiced that pooch punt, then I think that might have been a good time to go for it. 7-7. Here you are, 9 minutes to go in the first half, and you're tied with, with one of the highly ranked teams in the state, and you just narrowly averted disaster on that last play.
It'll be a shotgun set, 1 back to each side. High snap is given off to Tay Ware. Ware searching for room, and just does good to bury up to the line of scrimmage.
Firebirds have just not found anything consistently that works with the ground game so far. Shawnee Mission East doing a nice job up front, maintaining that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this is a Free State offense that's averaging 37 points per game and had over 400 yards of offense each of the last couple weeks. 2nd and 10 from the 40, and there was movement along the line early for Free State.
Yep.
It'll be 2nd and 15. But yeah, over 300 yards rushing against Mill Valley and 270 yards rushing against Olathe South, but so far the Lancers defense has been stingy against the run. Again, they'll stick with this shotgun set. Pele at the right side of the line of scrimmage for the tight end, about a yard behind it. They'll fake the give to Ware. Deneen cuts up to the right. Deneen in open field again. Deneen hurdles and then gets brought down across the 50 with the tackle made by Lucci. And another big gain. That's been the best offense for Free State today. Just try to get Deneen into the open field on the perimeter.
Well, he's got excellent open field running skills, and so if you get him out on the edge and get him to the linebacker level, then he's got a great chance for a long gain.
1st and 10, Free State to the 47. And there's some sort of huddling up of the coaches. Not sure if somebody went down or what's going on here. As of right now, 7-7 the score. Under 9 minutes to go in the half. 3 timeouts left for the Firebirds, 1 left for the Lancers. And now the 2 teams going to head back out there. Not sure what the little delay was for. So it'll be 1st and 10 Free State. Deneen with Cleveland to his left, Ware to his right. One receiver out wide to each sideline. Deneen, high snap, given off to Ware, sidesteps one, moves forward and falls for a gain of a yard. Again, just not much running room for the Firebirds offense. C.J. Leonard making the tackle. 7-7 the score. Well, East allows 27.5 points per game on the defensive side of the ball. Deneen in the gun. Fakes to Ware, runs right. Bit of a hole, but it's quickly closed up. The tackle was made to that side of the field by Jay Canova. Gain of a couple for Deneen, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 44-yard line. This Firebirds offensive line has been so good this year. And tested tonight, Clements, Newhouse, Gorley, Young, and Lonard from left to right. Pistol set. QB power to the left by Deneen. Tries to get the edge, can't find it. Does sidestep a few, then he breaks through somehow. Inside the 35, cuts back, but he stepped out. He did get the 1st down and plenty more. Officially marked out at the 28.
Derek, I didn't give that play any chance of making a 1st down.
There were 3 or 4 guys at the edge, and he somehow still got around him and just tightrope the sideline.
He got a nice lead block from Dash, I think it was, his running back, but then there were so many blue helmets out there, and somehow Jet just split a couple of tacklers, and he's up the sideline for a 1st down.
Throw over the middle. It's caught by Jared Willits on the post route, and he's wrapped up at the 7-yard line by Andres Driver. That was a tight window to throw in. Great throw, great catch. And Willits, the big-bodied receiver, able to box out Driver.
Yeah, that pass delivered with a lot of confidence. Jet in the pocket, getting more comfortable in the pocket as the season progresses, I think, Derek. And there he just put it on a rope to Willits.
1st and goal from the 6, a gain of 22 in the air. And now another flag. This is going to be a offside on Shawnee Mission East. So move them up to the 3-yard line. 7:04 to go in the 2nd quarter. Either team yet to score in the quarter.
So after the penalty, the Firebirds 1st and goal on the 3.
Jordan Brown, the one receiver to the right. Being single covered. We've seen him throw the fade route a couple times in this scenario. Instead, they'll give off with Deneen faking to Cleveland, and he takes it up for a touchdown. Jet Deneen, his 2nd rushing score of the game, with 6:58 to go in the 2nd quarter. A run from 3 yards out for Deneen. And the PAT by Coop. Try to complete the drive with Gregory on the hold, but some substitution issues. And Free State's going to take a timeout. Maybe didn't have all 11 or the right 11 on the field, so using the timeout here before the PAT. So far, though, the offense, it's been the Jet Deneen show.
Well, that 3-yard touchdown run was just almost mundane after seeing that beautiful run down the sideline for the 1st down. Holy smokes. We've seen this young man make some pretty remarkable runs here this semester, this season. I'm not sure that one on the sideline for the 1st down might have been his best one.
We'll wait for our halftime report brought to you by 23rd Street Brewery. I think Craig is going to upset the Deneen family. He told me he's going to rank all the Deneens for football players. Gregory will be on the hold. Good snap, good hold, but the pressure comes and the kick is blocked. And so it'll be 13-7. We'll take a 30-second break on 92.9 The Bull. Bull 9.
the better it is for you, without doubt. You don't have all those travel plans to make.
The kickoff by Coop, 13-7. Free State leads it over Shawnee Mission East. Under 7 minutes to go in the half. It's fielded by Driver, who cuts into the outside. Somebody lost a shoe. I think it's Driver. He's still running, and he finally gets popped out at the 35-yard line. Driver dangerous in the open field, as we've seen a couple times today on kick return.
Well, the coverage all just converged on the return man, and he just bounced it to the outside and found that edge for the extra yardage, and pretty good field position again, the 35. You noted earlier, Derek, how East had set up 3 straight possessions inside Firebird territory, which is exceptional, but this isn't bad, on their own 35 right now.
It'll be play action. Lizzie over the middle, tipped, and again almost intercepted after it went off the receiver's arms. Gregory and Deneen were around it.
Just too many chances like that. That's going to, if that continues, that's going to hurt Shawnee Mission East sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
That's just too many tip balls.
Playing with fire, eventually going to get burnt. 2nd and 10 for the Lancers from the 35-yard line at the right hash. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lizzie turns left, gives left. Ward finds a huge hole. And he finally gets hit by Josiah Nash and runs into his own blocker while getting hit. Which stops his momentum, but a gain of 8, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Ward getting some recruiting attention from some MIAA schools. MIAA schools got some real good football schools at the D2 level. Of course, former Firebird is there as a pitch goes to the left, and Ward gonna get just enough for the first down on the pitch. Up to the 46. First and 10 for East. Well, the Lancers will get Olathe West in the finale. That is such a tough schedule this year for East, with Mill Valley, Olathe North, Free State, Olathe West. Those are 4 of the top teams in the state, if you were to rank the top 10 or so. Play action over the middle, flooded out to the right in the flats. It's caught by Ethan Curran, who cuts up field to the 50. And a gain of 4 for Shawnee Mission East. Jose Downing on the tackle. Five and a half to go here in quarter number 2. By the way, 2 timeouts for the Firebirds, 1 for the Lancers as we approach the end of this half. 2nd and 6 from the right hash. Pressure comes around the edge for the Firebirds. It's given up the middle to Ward, and it was stuffed right from the word go by Ty Newhouse. That was actually the backup running back, Breck McGuire, on the carry. And it'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Newhouse was getting blocked, but still was able to push his guard back and get his arm on the running back. Well, you know whose name we haven't called tonight, which typically feel like it's big play after big play. Brian Lane. Look for the senior captain to make a big play here on 3rd and 7. Working on the right edge. Icy drops back, throws to the right on the out route. Maybe some miscommunication. It was behind and underthrown for Gooley. Not sure if he was supposed to cut his route off shorter, maybe toward the sticks, or if it was just missed on the throw, but it'll be 4th down. And now they'll punt it away with Patchen back to return.
Well, if you're East, if you weren't going to score, you wanted to grind out a couple of first downs at least, because I can't believe they're happy with the idea of giving the Firebirds back the football with 4:30 left.
Pressure comes, just gotten away. Patchen back, fields it at the 19, cuts up to the 25, bounces out to the 30. Patchen lowers his head and gets up to the 33. So a nice little 14-yard punt return after a nice punt. And with 4:18 to go in the second quarter, Free State leads 13-7. And they'll take over here. This is one of those drives where you're looking to kind of methodically work down the field, run down the clock in the half, get points before the half, especially because you can double dip getting the ball to start the second half. Pistol at the left hash. Deneen with two receivers right, one to the left. Cleveland, the tailback behind him. Lone receiver out to the left is Jared Willits. It'll be a give up the middle to Cleveland. Bounces to the right. Cleveland sidesteps one, spinning around, fighting for yards, spinning again, and falls at the Firebird logo at about the 48-yard line. Great run by Cleveland, and maybe the most impressive run we've seen to a running back so far in this game.
Yeah, in this game for sure. Dash with some tough running after contact. You know, he just sticks his foot in the ground and turns it upfield just like you're supposed to, and just absorbing that contact and keeping his feet moving. He grinds out some extra yards.
Patchen in motion, gets a fake. Deneen drops back. Pressure comes, tries to sidestep it, I should say, but he's sacked behind the line of scrimmage, as it was Braden Mower. And also in on the pressure was Max Franklin. Well, Franklin, interestingly enough, he's wearing 55 today, but they have two sets of jerseys for both Parker Lisey, the quarterback, Max Franklin, and a couple other players. I guess in the home uniforms, Franklin wears 53, but in the roads, he wears 55. Not sure if there's significance there or if they just, something as simple as ran out of jerseys. But it's a loss of about 5 for the Firebirds, who will fake to Cleveland now. Janine rolls right, throws to the flats. It's caught by Patchen, cuts up field, and he's spun down just past the 50. There is a flag at the 49. Plays like that where it's an RPO, you always wonder if the offensive lineman was too far downfield. But we will see. It's actually going to be a hold on Free State. Kind of a weird spot for a hold on a passing play at the 49-yard line and at the opposite side of the field. It's both away from the play and downfield on a throw. But that'll move them back from the spot of the foul, which should put them at the 39. That is if the flag was marked at the right spot. And it'll be second down. They're at the 39. They've got to get to the east 42, so second and 19 for Free State. Jet Deneen in the middle of the field. Floods one out, receiver screen to the left to Willits. Willits finds a hole. Willits into the open field. Jared Willits past the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jared Willits, the 6'3" senior captain receiver. From 61 yards out on the receiver screen, and the Firebirds take the first two-possession lead of the game. They lead it 19-7.
Well, you were talking earlier about methodically marching down the field and getting a score late in the half, and yes, that would be the prescription. But when you have some game breakers like the Firebirds have, you know, you can score on just about. Oh my gosh, what is that?
And another PAT blocked. So 19-7, Firebirds lead it. We'll take a timeout on 92.9 The Bull and bull929.com. Scored 26 unanswered to finish the game. Today they fall down 7-0. They've got 19 unanswered, and again, just a resilient squad. And with 2:52 to go in the second quarter, 12-point lead, they'll kick this thing away and look to hold toward the end of the half. Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com. Cole Cedabutar back in the Full studio. Max running the switches here for 8-10 varsity. And Coop will have the kickoff. Boomed away. Fielded at about the 15 by Tate Moody, who runs up to the right. Moody across the 35 and down at the 36. And Jake Patchen in on the stop along with Steve Pye. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 for Shawnee Mission East from the 36-yard line.
Well, Patchen brings Moody down, but he paid a price for that. Moody delivered some lumber there.
Moody got good size, and the senior receiver DB and punter. Give off up the middle, goes to Ward. Gets through a few tackles fighting hard, and then he's brought down at the 44-yard line. But wait, Free State's pointing to say they got the football. Never saw it come out, but apparently they ended up with it. They'll just mark it down, though. Jet Deneen on the tackle, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 for Shawnee Mission East. As well as this defense has played, especially after giving up that touchdown, which not all their fault. They had only 3 yards of field to work with. This defense has started to lock down. Throw out to the flats to the left, caught by Driver, sidesteps one, then he's buried by a couple defenders. For the Firebirds, he got the 1st down up to the 49. Clock under 2 minutes to go. Jet Deneen in on the tackle. Quarterback and safety. Leads the team in solo tackles and total tackles if all of his work on offense wasn't enough. East out of the gun, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They've got an H-back as well and a running back. QB power to the left for Lizzie, cuts up past the 50, finds a bunch of jerseys around him, and then it'll be pushed out at the 45 with 1:42 in the half. Still one timeout for the Lancers, plenty of time to try to go put up points toward the end of this half. And important for East to do so with Free State receiving the kickoff in the second half. 2nd down and 3 for East from the 45. The left part of the field at the tip of the Firebird wing. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. High snap is bobbled up. Brian Lane picks up the football. Brian Lane covered it up. It was a bit wide of Lizzie on the snap. He never really fully had it and tried to start the play while he was still bobbling it. Dropped it, and Lane just picked it up. Mentioned it felt like only a matter of time before we heard the senior's name. And he picks up the fumble. Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, you called it a couple minutes ago, just waiting for Brian Lane to make a big play, and he did. That would be I believe, the 5th fumble recovery by the team this year, and Brian Lane's first, perhaps?
First recovery, he is forced to fumble as well. So it'll be 1st and 10, Free State from the 48. Apele goes in motion, dropping back Deneen. All kinds of time. Great blocking. He'll chuck it downfield for Apele, and it's just a bit by him toward the left sideline out at the 20. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 48 for the Firebirds. 1:34 to go in the half. Still 2 timeouts for Free State.
I like the call. I like taking a deep shot after a turnover. Your defense isn't quite geared up to get back onto the field just yet. The turnover takes them by surprise. So there could be a little bit of miscommunication out there, or maybe a lack of focus. So I like taking the shot right there.
Looking for the big target, Napele, who stands at 6'6". Patchen comes in motion. No give to him. Pressure comes, but it's a screen back to Cleveland. Read perfectly,
really
though,
nice
by Ben Lucci, the senior linebacker. If he doesn't get him, who knows how far Cleveland runs. That is a fantastic read by Lucci, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, very well played by that linebacker, Lucci.
Well, Lucci is one of the team's leading tacklers, And he was described by his head coach as a leader on this defense. Coming up with a big play there. Minute 05 to go. Deneen snaps it, rolls right on third down. Now cuts back the other way, pointing downfield. He's going to chuck it downfield for Willits, and just by his hands, looking at the sideline coverage by Driver, and it'll be 4th and 10.
Boy, yeah, just reading the quarterback there, looked like Jet was saying, go, go, go. And I don't think Willits really took off like Jet expected him to, because Deneen gave that a shot.
It'll be 4th and 10. Deneen and the offense out there. 58 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Deneen maybe trying to get him to jump, maybe trying to cut it to a 4th and 5. It'll be a little more manageable. We'll see if they do end up going for this. Down to 10 on the play clock. Now they'll shift around, and now Deneen will drop back. This could be a punt by Deneen. A little bit of a low snap, but he does get it off, and a solid left-footed punt by Deneen. Hits at the 20, takes a Free State roll at the 15, inside the 10, and down at the 5. What can't Jet Deneen do? That is the question. 45.9 seconds to go. East will take over.
Well, I like the strategy there. You're lined up. You took a chance on a hard count to see if you could get 5 easy yards out of it, and then just go ahead and put your running back up in that personal protector spot and drop your multi-talented quarterback back just a little bit to give him room to punt the football.
45.9 seconds in the half. 1 timeout left for the Lancers at their own 5. We'll see if they just try to bury this at the end of half and run the football. They will. It'll be given up the middle to Ward. It bounces to the right. Good gain. There is a flag that comes in at about 8 or 9 yards. And this is going to be a hold on Shawnee Mission East. They're going to get backed up. Well, you wonder here if you're Free State with the 2 timeouts left. This is going to put them back half the way to the goal. Do you just blitz, bring pressure, and maybe use the timeouts, try to get a safety or something at the end of half?
Oh, well, I'm all for bringing some pressure. It was a great chance to do it.
Well, the flag came at the 10, so it's just marked back to the 5 where the line originally was. 41 seconds in the quarter.
You got to make sure that your coverage guys have an understanding that nobody gets behind them. But, yeah, go ahead and bring some heat.
Pistol formation for East. They'll give off again. The
did.
blitz comes in. Berger got him. It's going to be loss of about 2 yards. Forward Progress has him at the 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 12. And Free State wants a timeout to make sure that East has to run another play to see if they can get maybe that safety. 23.8 seconds. Free State will still have 1 timeout left here for this 2nd down and 12. We'll keep it right here with Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. Again, if you're looking for the Lawrence High game, you can hear that on KLWN on FM 101.7 and 1320. As they're taking on Olathe North. We'll get the score of that one at halftime. Our halftime report will be brought to you by 23rd Street Brewery in a little bit here. Still a little time left in this first half. Free State with 19 unanswered points. Pretty strong outing from the Firebirds since it was 7-0.
Well, they did not start very well. Offensively, just not very good. And, penalty forced them into a second long and never recovered from that. Then a bad snap on the punt. And just did not, first couple possessions, not sharp at all. But that big play ability, that ability to strike from anywhere on the field, we've seen it twice tonight. And that's something that, as a defense, or as you can't really account for that. You try to keep the playmakers bottled up as much as you can, but boy, when they shake loose, it's a devastating play for the other team.
They're going to line up in a kneeling formation. I don't know if this will be a QB sneak. It'll actually be a kneel and a loss of a yard, and then Free State I think going to use another timeout. Maybe not.
No, clock's
So
still
that'll
running.
do it for the half. Free State 19, Shawnee Mission East 7. The Firebirds overcome the first touchdown of the game from the Lancers and some special teams gaffes to take a 12-point lead into the halftime locker room here on senior night. at Free State High School. Firebirds 19, Lancers 7. We'll take a timeout and then get to our halftime report brought to you by 23rd Street Brewery here on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. answers as we get ready for the second half of play. Free State will have the kick return. Well, with scoring 19 straight points, playing a team who's an underdog, you got to be careful. This first kickoff out of the break, you always got to be wary of a potential fake onside kick.
Well, you never know. I don't know the personality of Shawnee Mission East, if they want to take that chance or not, or if they're committed to more traditional football. But, yeah, you raise a good point. At halftime, that could kind of excite your guys, Okay, we're going to onside it. They won't be expecting it. So, that could kind of get your guys revved up a little bit. So, yep. So, Firebirds up front, be alert.
So, second half of play with Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson. Thanks for joining us tonight on 92.9 The Bull and bull929.com, your home all season for the Firebirds and 810 Varsity. Kickoff will be had by Shawnee Mission East. It was 7-7 after the first quarter. Free State won the second quarter, 12-zip to go up 19-7, and the kickoff is away. It'll hit at the 20, take a hop to the 16, and then sideways find the sideline, and it'll be Free State football. They'll have it in good field position at the 35-yard line. So what are you looking for out of the Firebirds offense based on what you saw in the first half here to open up here in half number 2?
Well, I'd like to see him get that ground game going with Dash. Get your running back involved.
Dash is running back to the locker room.
Okay, well.
Looks like it is Dylan Farrell.
That's what I get for mentioning specific players.
But your point still stands about the running game.
Yeah.
Patchen will come in motion, give up the middle to Farrell. He'll cut to the left. Farrell spun around, stays up, then darts forward and finds a yard, a hard-earned yard at that. Farrell, a junior, his 4th carry of the season there. Cleveland back now. I think I saw him have his mouthpiece in his hand. I wonder if he forgot his mouthpiece in the locker room. He's back now. 2nd and 9, low snap, fielded by Janine. Out route thrown to the right. It's bobbled and dropped by Patchen. And it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Just a pass on an out route over to the sideline designed to get you a handful of yards. Maybe if you can break a tackle, get a few more after that. But you got to hang on to that football now. Firebirds left with a 3rd down and 9.
East would love to get a stop on this first drive and reset this game here in the second half. Denine's been good on 3rd downs in key situations. Drops back, pressure comes, has to roll away to the right. Now Deneen sidesteps. Deneen nowhere to go, but he gets by another. Deneen, the magician, rolling around the pocket, out to the left at the 45, the 1st down and more, and trucks a defender out of bounds inside the 50. Houdini in the pocket, and Deneen has the 1st down up to the 47 of Shawnee Mission East.
All the evasive ability in the backfield to dodge those tackles, and then to seal it at the end of the run by dipping his shoulder and taking on the tackler. Just a little bit of everything on that run.
It was Braden Mower who almost got him, but yeah, just broken tackle after broken tackle. Now he'll give off up the middle. Cleveland's back in, breaks an arm tackle, then Cleveland pulling forward with the defender C.J. Leonard all over him, and he picks up a gain of 8.
There you go. Yep, that's what I'd like to see, Derek. Just the O-line firing off the ball, doing what they like to do best, run block, and then Dash getting in behind him and being a one-cut runner and get the ball upfield.
2nd and 2 for the Firebirds from the East 39-yard line. Pistol set, Ware the running back now. He'll get the call right up the middle, and he is stopped by Lucci right at the line of scrimmage. Lucci's made some nice plays tonight. 3rd down and 2. Cleveland comes back in for Ware. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Firebirds awaiting the play call. There'll be a tight end to the left side of the formation in Spencer Doan. Patchen's the slot to the right with Brown further out. Been a quiet night for Jordan Brown, the team's leading receiver so far. Doan will come in motion left to right. Give up the middle, Cleveland. Big hole, but there was a timeout. Or excuse me, a penalty. And it's going to be called against Shawnee Mission East. And that'll be an automatic first down. So
tell you what, Derek, I thought that play had big yards written all over it.
It looked like a pretty big hole. They were going to that trusty left side with Calvin Clements and Ty Newhouse. They'll run it again. It'll be play action to the right. Rolling out is Deneen. Nowhere to go. 3 around him, but he gets by it again. Out to the left, Deneen. Burst forward. Deneen inside the 30. Spins, sidesteps, and finally brought down at the 25 from behind the tackle by Ryan Ward. Again, just somehow finding room forward after it looked like it could have been a sack at the very best. A throwaway. Gain of 9 for Deneen. He's got to be tired running around, though, on these scrambles.
He's covering a lot of yards for the ground he's picking up.
2nd and 1 for the Firebirds. Pistol set. No deep safeties here. They'll give it up the middle to Cleveland. Cuts to the middle. Good cut, but he's just tripped up around the ankles by Zach O'Rourke. It is a first down, though. Nice run by Cleveland for a gain of 5. About 3 minutes have elapsed in this drive for Free State. Now under 9 minutes to go in the third. Willits, the lone receiver to the left, had the 61-yard screen receiving touchdown. Again, no high safeties. Single coverage on both Willits and Brown at both opposite ends. They'll fake the give. Deneen will keep. Gets contact near the line of scrimmage. Keeps driving forward. And he'll do his best to pick up about 3 or 4. He's averaging over 250 total yards per game as Deneen, about 125 in the air, 130 on the ground. Second and 6. Well, Deneen last week went 7 of 13 for 155 yards and a touchdown. Also added 15 carries for 163 yards and 2 scores. Faking the give, he'll roll to the right. Deneen looking downfield, fires to the sideline, fit it in, but then it's just dropped on the way down by Patchen. Looked like he was going to reel it in, but then once he hit the turf, it popped out near the sticks, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Well, Patchen had quite the roller coaster game last week. He made 4 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown. The first play of the second half, though, they hit him on a deep ball on a post route over the middle, and on what looked like it was going to be about a 70-yard touchdown pass, he ended up getting caught from behind at the 1 or 2 yard line, got it punched out from behind in a fumble, but then atoned for that later with a touchdown. 3rd and 6, faking his Deneen, pressure comes, launch it off his back foot, jump ball, caught by Jordan Brown in the end zone for a touchdown. A flag is down. I think this is going to be pass interference or defensive holding on Shawnee Mission East. Jordan Brown had been quiet tonight, but they go to him on the 3rd and long. And sometimes that's all you got to do for a playmaker like Brown. Just throw it up and let him go get it.
2 officials threw a flag agreeing on the pass interference. Touchdown stands. Jordan Brown at 6'4", able to get up in the air, catch the ball, full extension. It's a big advantage when you got a receiver who can get up in the air like that and high point the football.
High snap, gets through though, and Coop puts it through as this PAT woes end there. 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Free State 26, Shawnee Mission East 7. You're on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. second drive for the Firebirds to open up the second half as they extend their lead to 26-7. Second straight week they were down 7 points and had 26 unanswered. Nice response from the Firebirds both weeks. With Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. Kickoff for the Firebirds. We fielded short at the 22-yard line, brought up just past the 30, and the Lancers will take over after the return by Ethan Curran. They'll have their first offensive possession of the half. They scored on their second try. Their first try, they started at the Free State 47 after a good kick return. Free State eventually stopped them. The second try, they took over inside the 10 after a pump block, and that was their lone touchdown. They give up the middle this time to Ward, and he is swallowed up by a host of Firebirds. Ty Newhouse and Quez Lee in on the tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 10, no gain on the play there. So what did you see from the Free State defense the first half that you're looking for here in half number 2?
Well, again, that dominance with the down lineman, I think, as we saw right there, that has to continue. And I'd like to see the Firebirds turn some of those near interceptions into interceptions because East is going to be forced into a passing game.
Another tipped ball on a RPO, and that one got through. That one a little tougher to try to intercept. That was kind of a bullet pass.
Yeah, but this is the situation I think East is going to be in, or they'll probably be throwing the ball a little bit more than maybe they want to, down 19 right now.
And we'll further see Lizzie tested, the junior quarterback. 7:01 to go, 3rd and 10 here in the third quarter. Firebirds up 26-7. Lizzie out of the pistol with Ward behind him. Blitz comes from Free State. Lizzie throws out to the left. It's high and off the right arm of Driver, out of bounds. And it'll be 4th and 10. They'll punt it away. Free State will send the punt return unit back.
That's a quick 3 and out. That's a quick 3 and out. That is not what your defense is looking for.
Quick update over at Lawrence High. Olathe North up 14-7 now in the third quarter. Of course, Free State fell to Olathe North 21-7. They had 3 drives stopped inside the 20-yard line. High punt, high hang time, hits at the 46 of Free State, back across the other way into East territory. It was finally grabbed by Wally Workman at the 46-yard line of East, and Free State will take over 6:47 in the quarter. That North game, though, was interesting because North came in as the number 2 team in the state. There's a flag back to the line of scrimmage, by the way, but Free State went toe-to-toe with them, just a couple missed opportunities. And it's interesting because Olathe North ended up losing to Olathe West. Olathe West ended up losing to Mill Valley. Mill Valley lost to Free State. So you can see all those teams are very tight together, and I think that gives you a lot of hope if you're the Firebirds, along with that win over Mill Valley, of how competitive and good this team can be. See what the flag is. It's going to be against the Firebirds. And
Coach Stewart is less than happy right now.
Yeah, it's going to be an automatic first down. I think it must have been roughing the punter. Either that or... I guess this is a hold. And it's going to be a first down for Shawnee Mission East. They'll give up the middle and nowhere to go on the run for Ryan Ward. Colton Berger and company in on the tackle. Got a loss of a yard on the play. Downing in on the play too. So the drive continues for East, and that was a big penalty to move the chains. East really needs a score on this drive to kind of keep this one from waning away. Rolling out to the left, Lizzie evaded some contact but can't string it out much further. Loss of about another yard. Ty Newhouse there. Well, Newhouse at 6'3", 285, but he is mobile. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Shawnee Mission East. So Shawnee Mission East has now run 5 plays on offense outside of the punt, and they've lost 2 yards on this drive, but the first down on the penalty. Halfway through the third.
Good penetration from the defensive line on that last play, setting up this 3rd and 12 now for Shawnee Mission East.
Izey out of the pistol. Watkins showing pressure. The other side, Berger shows it. 4 down lineman. Now Berger comes from the left. Izey gets good protection, throws to the left, diving backward on the back shoulder fade was Leonard, and it's out of bounds. And it'll bring up 4th down and 12. Cooper Jackson on defense, and now here comes another punt. Patchen back to return it. Patchen with his heels at the 30-yard line, 5:56 to go in the quarter. Snap comes. It's a good one off to Tate Moody, who lets a good punt loose. Patchen back at the 24 to field it. Patchen comes up past the 30. Sandwich ball comes out. Looks like his knees were both on the ground when it did. I don't think the official saw it, though. They're marking this Shawnee Mission East football, at least the first official did. It was pretty clear that Patchen had his 2 knees on the ground before it was ripped out. But I don't think the officials saw it. I don't think they were in the right position. This might be Lancers football. It was pretty clearly Patchen with 2 knees on the ground.
Pretty lengthy
And
discussion
my goodness,
right now.
they gave it to Shawnee Mission East. That is a horrendous call. That is similar to that call last night with the Giants and Dodgers game where you almost feel like the official just didn't actually see it. They just figured, oh, look, something happened. I better make a call.
That never happens.
No, of course not.
What are you talking about?
Unbelievable. 1st and 10 off the bad call. The good news for the Firebirds, up by 19. It'll be a pitch to the left, and cutting through is Ryan Ward for about a gain of 7 or 8. Ward's had some nice rips today. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 at the 31 of Free State. So again, the East drive continues. The first time off the penalty, that time off a missed call by the official. Risey out of the pistol, gives up the middle again to Ward, this time swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Ty Newhouse and Preston Tran in on the tackle, and it'll be a loss of a yard, 3rd and 3.
There's some good work right there by a couple of senior down linemen, Newhouse and Tran.
Under 5 minutes to go in the quarter. East looking for a score to reel back into this one. Izey with Ward to the right, 2 receivers left. He'll run a quick QB power to the right, finds a bit of a hole, then he cuts up, gets the first down, and brought down from behind by Ty Newhouse at the 22-yard line.
Well, the Firebirds able to set the edge and force the quarterback to cut up field. There just wasn't enough pursuit, Derek, to get to him on that quarterback power before he had made the necessary yardage for a first down.
1st and 10 from the 22 at the right hash. Ward, the tailback in the pistol behind Wisey. The battery pretty much throughout the night. He'll get the call up the middle, and Burr working forward after initial contact. He keeps going. He's down at the 16, 17-yard line. He's initially hit maybe a yard past the line. Good push by him in the offensive line for Shawnee Mission East. 2nd down and 5. Under 4 minutes in the quarter. Ward with the first touchdown through the air of the game. He'll get the pitch here to the left. Sidesteps one, then he's stuck at the line of scrimmage. Jet Deneen in on the tackle for Free State. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 6. At the 18, they've got to get up to about the 12. Free State's defense looking to hold. They haven't given up points since the first quarter. It's been a little over 28 minutes between points allowed for the Firebirds. It'll be at the left hash on this third down. Izzy in the shotgun. QB draw right up the middle for him. Then he finds the wall of Firebirds defenders. Berger in on that. Quez Lee trying to pull him back. A gain of a couple on the play, and it'll be fourth down and a few for the Shawnee Mission East offense, just trying to make the fourth down more manageable here. 4th and 2.5. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Free State makes a stop here. You almost feel like they'll really be able to close things down in the fourth quarter. If East can get a touchdown here, we've got a game that'd be far from being closed out. It'll be a pistol formation for Lizzie with Ward behind him. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Lizzie pitches left to Ward. Ward gets the edge, falls forward. He's right at the line. And I think he just had enough to get it a few feet by it. And a nice little pickup by Ward.
Well, what you want from your running backs after contact, fall forward. You know, and really that's what that first down came down to. Don't get pushed back. Keep your feet moving. Take the contact, and then make sure that you're falling forward all the time. And so there it is. East is rewarded with the first down.
Ward has had a heavy load tonight. He's done well. He's got the first down there. 1st and 12 for Shawnee, or 1st and 10 from the 12 for Shawnee Mission East at the left hash. Firebirds coverage has done a good job so far tonight. Lee comes on the blitz, but he went the wrong way, and then
oh boy,
he's stuck out of bounds as Lizzie came to the left sideline and was pushed out, a loss of 2. They brought the blitz with Lee, but it came, unfortunately for Free State, the wrong side of the play. Otherwise, that really would have been blown up, but still, nonetheless, great job setting the edge by the Firebirds defense.
So yet another tackle for loss tonight for that Firebird defense.
They're racking them up.
They really are. Just making penetration across the line of scrimmage, getting into the Lancer backfield.
2nd and 12. Pistol set for Lizzie again. Blitz again comes from the outside. Lizzie quickly throws. It's caught on the high jump by Driver. Only a gain of 4, though. Pretty good coverage by Grant Gregory, who then drove him into the ground. And that's okay there. If you're Gregory, you're just saying, just keep him in front of me and make the catch. Only a gain of 4. It's still 3rd and 9 or so. And now a player down for East. I believe that is Jaden, or excuse me, no, that is the receiver just caught that. Andres Driver got hit in the back. Hard hit for him. So you hope he's all right. 19.5 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here in the third quarter. 26-7. Firebirds in front on this 3rd down and long. Looking to hold here. And Truman Julesgaard just had a 5-yard rushing touchdown. Lawrence High and Olathe North tied at 14 in the fourth quarter.
Wow, good game, huh?
Absolutely. Add a little more punch to the city showdown next week if Lawrence High were to upend Olathe North. Not that it needs more of a punch.
That's the one game out of the year that does not require extra incentive.
Yep, you could have 0-8 versus 0-8. You could have 8-0 versus 0-8. Either way, those two schools want to win so badly against each other. All right, 3rd down and long for East at the 11. They've got to get to the 2-yard line. They're in a pistol set for Parker Lizzie toward the end of this third quarter. Lizzie, pressure comes, and he is going to be sacked to the ground. Brian Lane in on the play, along with Quez Lee. And the Firebirds will bring it to a 4th down and long. That'll do it for the third quarter. Free State will look to hold on 4th down once we begin the 4th after this quick timeout on 92.9 The Bull and bull929.com. 6-7, Free State leads it. We're also here on our video feed with 8-10 varsity. 26-7 at the end of the third quarter, which made it 7-0 in the third quarter for the Firebirds. They won the second quarter 12-0. It was 7-7 after one. 26 unanswered for Free State, but to keep that up, they need to hold here. It is fourth down. Shawnee Mission East at the 16. They're going to actually kick a field goal here, and that would make it a two-score game if they can hit it. They'd need 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and to hold from there. To do so, holding the kick is going to be Lizzie, and kicking it will be Henry Anderson. Anderson, a junior. He's pretty straight on here. So far, we've seen him kick one PAT. He seemed to have the leg for this. It was a good PAT. This will be from 33 yards out. $33-yarder for Anderson to begin the quarter. It's just wide, maybe short, and no good. Just a bit short on the kick. Couldn't tell if it was maybe wide. And Free State holds. Great job by the defense after the blown call, but nonetheless a fumble.
Well, and the big sack and from Lane, and you mentioned it earlier in the first half about how we need to keep an eye out on him for big plays, and he's come through with the fumble recovery in the first half and the sack there on that last third down play, putting East in that 4th and 14 situation.
So now the Firebirds could really put a nail in a coffin with a score on this drive. 11:54 to go. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Free State. Jet Deneen will be in this shotgun set with a back to each side that we've seen a few times tonight. Cleveland to the left, Ware to the right. They'll give to Cleveland running from left to right. He cuts up after he finds a hole, then spins around. And Cleveland will power his way to the 28. Seen a lot of those spin moves from Cleveland.
Yeah, it's like he's been watching some old Barry Sanders tape
there
or
you
something.
Go. Tell you what, if you do anything even relatively like Barry Sanders, that's a win. 2nd and 2 for Free State from the right hash. Deneen gives off to Cleveland up the middle, and he is going to be tossed to the ground by Ben Lucci. Lucci has his name called ton tonight. Loss of a yard on the tackle for loss for Lucci. And it'll be 3rd and 3. East looking to dig deep for a stop here. Firebirds looking for a long, sustaining drive. Well, again, we'll have the City Showdown next week. That'll be on KLWN. It's the lone game we have for the Firebirds on KLWN. The rest here on 92.9 The Bull, as will be the case for the playoffs. And we're going to get a timeout from Free State, not liking their play. We'll take a 30-second break with them. 10:37 to go. Free State 26, Shawnee Mission East 7 on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. Bull929.com. Max running the switches here for 810 Varsity. 10:37 in the quarter. Free State facing a 3rd and 3. That was their first time out used, first time out by either team here in the second half. And the 2 running backs now will both motion out to the left side of the formation. Empty set for Deneen. It'll be a QB power for him to the left. Deneen sidesteps one. Deneen works up past the first down mark. And he gets down to about the 32-33.
That's a new formation. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Seems like they were kind of setting that up tonight.
Yeah, they set the two running backs in the backfield. They moved them up to the left and ran that quarterback power run play right behind him, with basically just trying to outnumber the Lancers, get more blockers than there were defenders.
1st and 10 to the 33. Clock restarts after the chains get reset. Again, this two-back formation. They stay in the backfield this time. Deneen will drop back. Pressure comes. He darts out to the right. Deneen gets the edge, throws downfield. Cutting back is Jordan Brown, and he made the catch at the 42-yard line. You've mentioned this before, but Brown does such a good job coming back to the ball on those scrambles.
Yeah, I think that, I'm sure every team works on the scramble drill. And some more than others, but I think with Brown's experience it was a base or Linwood, with the way that they passed the football, he probably had a little more work at that.
Give up the middle to Cleveland, who bursts through and up to the 41 of Shawnee Mission East. A big gain for him, almost 20 yards. 9:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to get a stoppage. A Lancer player is down. So we'll take a timeout with them while the player is attended to. 26-7 Firebirds into Lancer territory on 92.9 The Bull. 8-10 Varsity. Field, so good news that he's up and going now. So those other scores, remember when Washburn Rural and Highland Park was 7-6?
Yeah.
It's 58-6.
Hey.
Washburn Rural. So I think feel confident they're going to win that one and get the max of 13.
Yeah.
Same goes for Manhattan, who's up 37-0 on Topeka West. But this one's interesting. Junction City and Emporia still 3-3 in that one. And how about this? Derby and Mays all tied, 21-all in that one. Mays is 5-1. I can't remember if Mays is 4A or 5A, but clearly a good team there if they're tied with Derby and 5-1. 5A?
I think so. I think they're 5A.
So 1st and 10 for the Firebirds from the right hash at the 41 of Shawnee Mission East after the big run of Dash Cleveland. 9:45 and counting down. A little movement at the line of scrimmage. No flag called to give to Cleveland. He's blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Making first contact was Ward, but brought down by Lucci. And a loss of 4. Been impressed with these East linebackers tonight.
Yep, absolutely. It's been kind of a, for Free State, it's been kind of the running game's been kind of hot and cold. We see a big run by Dash. Everybody's blocked well, and Dash makes a good cut and gets a lot of yards. Then we see a 4-yard loss.
So give again to Cleveland, has to jump step one and then moves forward, trucks down. Finally pushed back as he's knocked out as well at the 42-yard line. So he gets back near the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd down and 11. Well, Free State 9-3 all time against Shawnee Mission East. And they've won the last 3, trying to make it 4 straight here tonight. Deneen surveys the field, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Low snap, but he fields it. Pressure comes, he darts away to the left. Pressure comes again. Deneen cuts up, past the line of scrimmage, looking for the first down. Got it, then stiff arms and moves inside the 30. Brought down around the 27, but the ball came out. The ball came out from Deneen at the end of the play. Free State has it, though. That'll move the chains to the 28. It's sloppy, though. Seeing too many fumbles from the Firebirds tonight.
Been a little loose with the football tonight, but I'll tell you what, Jet Deneen in the open field, he's going to beat just about any one-on-one tackle.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pistol set for Deneen with Dylan Farrell in the backfield. Farrell will get the call, run up the middle. Farrell running hard, and he works up to the 21-yard line. The tackle made by C.J. Leonard.
So even with, a few little glitches here and there, this has been an impressive possession for Free State as they've moved the ball down the field, churning up some yards, burning the clock a little bit. Headed towards the end zone.
At the 21, line to gains at the 18. Doan comes in motion to the left. Fake the give to Farrell on the read option. Deneen goes around the left edge, bursts forward, cuts inside, and walks into the end zone. There is a flag, though, back at the 21-yard line. I think this one's coming back. And it will be a hold against Free State. 7:34 to go. Free State up 26-7. That'll prevent it from being 32-7. And that'll move them back to the 31 of Shawnee Mission East. 2nd and 13. There's been too many of those tonight as well, along with the fumbles. And, I think you're at a point here for Kevin Stewart where you can come away feeling happy so far as long as this continues on with the score and trying to get a win as Deneen will drop back. Pressure comes, steps up into it, evades a couple. Deneen cuts out to the left inside the 30. Deneen inside the 25, dragged down from behind at the 20. But, yeah, I think it's a game you can feel good about, but also at the same point in time know that there's a few things you can try to correct. And, honestly, that's not the worst thing in the world as a coach.
Well, actually, going into next week's game is kind of an ideal situation. You're winning this game. Unless something disastrous happens, you're going to win this game. But there's enough things that you can really, focus on in film study. Just so you can have everybody's attention.
Yeah. Well, what do you say if you win, 70-0, and you didn't do anything wrong?
Well, that's a challenge.
3rd down and short. Give goes to Farrell, cutting back to the left, pushes forward. He falls to the 20. The tackle made by Ryan Ward. And it'll be 4th down and about 1.5 yards. 6.5 to go. Firebirds have 19, are going to go for this 4th down to try to ice away this one. 3-score game right now. Touchdown would make it a 4-score game. Field goal would keep it at 3 scores. Single coverage on the outside with Jordan Brown, press coverage. No high safety. Faking to give is Deneen. Looking downfield, but pressure comes. This time he can't get out of it. The magic expired on that play. Great sack made by Shawnee Mission East. It was Max Franklin in on the sack along with Braden Mower. And it'll change downs over to Shawnee Mission East. And the Lancers will have it at the 29-yard line.
And, I would think that you'd have the attention of the offensive line all next week in practice. They've just been kind of inconsistent tonight. And, we saw a touchdown just called back because of a holding play. Then we saw a situation where 3 guys were in on the quarterback, but he couldn't even scramble to get out of to escape the pressure. And so I would think that that should be a point of emphasis during practice this week.
2-yard loss on the run by Breck McGuire on the first play for East of this drive. 5:20 to go here in the game. Dropping back, this is the backup quarterback with George Kopp, who throws over the middle, and it's caught. The throw was way over to Ethan Curran. And about a 5-yard pickup on the play there. Kopp, a junior. He's quarterback and defensive back, so it's 3rd and 7, under 5 minutes to go for this East offense. From their own 32, they've got to get to the 39. Kopp in the pistol set with McGuire behind him. Good snap, drops back. Pressure comes, tries to dart out to the left, evades lane, evades another, spins the other way out to the right, throws it downfield, just over Wallace's hands, who was angling toward the 50 at the sideline. Pretty good play, though, by Kopp, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Lancers. 4:29 to go. Offense out there looking to go for this, trying to extend the game. Well, for the Firebirds, yet to allow any opponent above 21 points this year. But they have yet to hold anybody to single digits. That's what they're trying to do tonight. And it'll be a timeout from Shawnee Mission East before the 4th down play. We'll take a 30-second break with them. 4:29 to go. Free State 26. Shawnee Mission East 7 on 92.9 The Bull and bull929.com. (26-7) Firebirds lead at 4.5 to play. Lawrence High just kicked a last-second field goal to beat Olathe North 17-14. So a big win for Lawrence High there. And I think actually in the pregame show on KLWN, I heard Matt Llewellyn, which he's never not going to pick Lawrence High, and he's mentioned that before, but he predicted Lawrence High would win on a game-winning field goal as time expired. So interesting there. All right, 4th and 7 for East. Dropping back is Kopp. Lane brings the pressure, throws to the right, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Firebirds, skying through the air. Cooper Jackson bringing it the other way into the end zone. And he's marked out at the 1. Oh, just a yard from Cooper Jackson getting his 2nd pick 6. Oh, how you got to do that? It's 26-7. If you're the official, just even, if you're not sure, just let him in. He's at the foot line.
Well, from where we were, I thought Cooper had gone 2 for 2 on interceptions and pick sixes. That would be. But back in coverage, he reads that route very well, makes a break on the ball, and a good tough run. He breaks a couple of tackles to get almost to the end zone, but just not quite.
So at the 1 for 1st and goal with 4:15 to go. 26-7 Firebirds. Cooper Jackson on the almost pick 6, just outside of it. But for Jackson, his 2nd interception of the season. It'll be a pistol set. Cleveland behind Deneen. We've already seen Deneen have 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Instead, to give to Cleveland, who will bury forward into the end zone. Touchdown dash Cleveland from a yard out. His first score of the game. And for Cleveland, his 7th rushing touchdown, 8th total touchdown of the season. And that makes it 32-7 Firebirds with 4:09 to go. With 4:09 left, the Firebirds expand their lead. Coop, high snap. Gregory grabbed it, brought it down. Great hold by Gregory. And that allowed Coop to put it through. 33-7 Firebirds, 4:09 to go. We'll take a timeout on 92.9 The Bull and Bull 929. Olathe North hit a field goal as time expired to win 17-14 over one of the top teams in the state. And Lawrence High will head into that game 5-2. Free State 4:09 away from getting to 6-1 to head into that game.
Well, Derek, that sets the table for a great matchup next week. Both teams coming in off wins.
A lot will be on the line in terms of seeding as well. Short kickoff will be fielded at the 27-yard line by Wallace. And then gets up to the 32 with 4:03 to go. Free State will be looking to win to try to get a top 4 seed to where they could host at least their first 2 playoff games. Lawrence High, don't know if that'll be possible, but at this point with the win over Olathe North, they should be for sure hosting their first playoff game, and they could at least make for a better matchup with another win. And obviously, above anything, they don't care as much about that as much as they do as beating their rival, both schools.
Yeah, this is the game that both schools point to all season.
364 days. Give will go up the middle, but it's dropped, a fumble, and Free State recovers the football. Ward just dropped the ball after the give from Kopp, and with 3:56 to go, the Firebirds have another turnover, leading 33-7. And they'll have it at the 34-yard line, just looking to finish this one out. Well, those turnovers started to come. We just didn't expect them to be necessarily some fumbles.
Well, it was just.
They did have the interception earlier.
Yeah, it was just, when you're a team that's you're behind and you're trying to get back into it, you putting the ball up in the air that much, you tend to make a few mistakes. But like you said, the fumble was not something we were expecting. But sometimes those turnovers just compound upon each other. Unfortunately for Shawnee Mission East, that's what's happened here in the second half.
Give left to Cleveland. Huge hole opens up. Cleveland goes through it. Finds his way all the way up to the 21-yard line for a first down gain.
It's good enough for a Free State Fire first down.
3:40 to go. First and 10 Free State at the 21. The new tailback in the game. They'll give it to that tailback in Madison Clark, who works left and up to the 16. A gain of 5 for Clark, who's a senior, celebrating senior night tonight.
There you go. Very nice.
And Clark will check out after the carry. So will Jet Deneen. On comes Tay Ware, also Wesley Edison, the 6'2" sophomore quarterback. And this is cool, as Clark got to the sideline, his teammates kind of lifted him up on their shoulders. Second and 5 for the Firebirds from the 16. Cool to see a senior who paid his dues get into the game. 2:40 to go. Patchen goes in motion right to left. Edison out of the pistol. Gives up the middle to Ware. Ware bowling forward. And up to the 12. Firebird coming into the game, subbing on in the form of Jake Collins, another senior. He's an offensive lineman. He'll get into the action. Dylan Farrell now comes on at running back. 2:10 to go, 3rd and 2. So senior night going to be successful here for the Firebirds. They're going to improve to 6-1 on the air, all those games in Sunflower League play. Shawnee Mission East is going to fall to 2-5. Better than the record shows, though. Edison out of the pistol with Farrell behind him. Takes the snap, gives off to Farrell up the middle. Farrell squirts through a hole, breaks through one tackle, and then he is thrown to the ground, and this is going to be unnecessary roughness. A call against Braden Mower.
Yeah.
Can't throw a player to the ground.
When the flag comes in from 15 yards behind, you know the official has considered that an egregious infraction.
So the first down already on the run, and then an extra halfway to the goal on the personal foul. Minute 41 to go. We're at the 4. And Deneen comes back into the game. I don't know if this is a response by Free State unhappy with that last play, or if this is just going to be a kneel down from the Firebirds. And Deneen looks to be near center. Farrell is behind him. Clock running to a minute 30 to go. Patchen will be at the right side of the formation. They are in victory formation, and Deneen will kneel it down at the 7-yard line. So just content to kneel it from here. They would be able to run out the clock after, I believe, 2 more kneels, barring Shawnee Mission East calling a timeout, which doesn't look like they'll do. So the Firebirds going to be victorious 33-7. 33 unanswered points for Free State, as they'll improve to 6-1 with the city showdown over at Lawrence High next week. And then it's playoff time after that. Free State will assuredly be hosting a first-round playoff game. Whether they can host after that, obviously you got to win the first playoff game, but remains to be seen on the seeding as Deneen will kneel it again. And there is a few less seconds on the game clock than the play clock, so they don't have to kneel it again. But here on this 3rd and 6, look like they're going to kneel it one more time, and that'll do it. That'll hurt Jet Deneen's rushing stats, but nonetheless, the Firebirds victorious 33-7 as they improve to 6-1 on the air, and a happy senior night for Kevin Stewart and his bunch of Firebirds. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout, come back and recap this one on 92.9 The Bull and bull929.com. Score here, Free State up to 6-1, East down to 2-5 on the air with Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson. The scoring got going. Lizzie to Ward for 6 yards to make it 7-0 Shawnee Mission East. Free State scored the next 33. A Deneen 60-yard run on 3rd and 17. It was 7-7 after the first quarter. Deneen a 3-yard run in the second quarter. And then Deneen to Willits a 61-yard touchdown on a screen pass. It was 19-7 at halftime. Then Deneen found Jordan Brown on a jump ball 17 yards out to make it 26-7 in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Cleveland, the final score from a yard out after the interception by Cooper Jackson with 4:09 to go, and Free State victorious 33-7. Let's start with the offense. What are you impressed with? What are you looking to fine-tune moving forward?
Well, you know, I think we have to really brush up on that offensive line play. I hate to jump on them, but I felt like they were inconsistent tonight, and the big playability of our skill players kind of overcame that a little bit. You know, I, as impressive as that Jet Deneen touchdown was on the quarterback draw, I've already seen it this year. So really, my favorite touchdown of the night was that pass to Jordan Brown. Just a well thrown ball and a receiver going up in the air and out fighting the defender to make that touchdown grab, because he was well defended, and I thought Brown made a heck of a play. So big plays. We've seen it before. We've seen it all year. We know this team has great players at skill positions, and they are capable of those big plays. And we've talked about it all year, the ability to score from just about anywhere on the field. But I would really like to see more consistent play from the offensive line next Friday night, because I just feel like at some point in that game, you are going to have a drive, a statement drive, that means you take it the length of the field and you dominate the line of scrimmage and you score a touchdown.
What about the defensive side of the ball? Were you impressed with? And
love the play of the down linemen tonight after the first couple of series. Thought they were really stout and really established themselves with a great deal of authority. And I thought our guys in the defensive secondary covered well. If you notice there was just the right kind of combination of pressure on the passer and then good coverage. And as many times as East dropped back to pass, they just were not able to find that many completions.
So Free State victorious. One more shout out for all the seniors here on senior night. Jalen Jordan, Josh Cleveland, Jared Willits, Jake Patchen, Xavier McKnight, Jordan Brown, Quez Lee, Grant Gregory, Josiah Nash, Sam Mahalchik, Jet Deneen, Emmanuel Apele, Madison Clark, Mose Downing, Cooper Jackson, Aiden McLennan, Logan Crine, Steve Pye, Caden Thomas, Anthony Lewis, Tyler Gurley, Lucas Hout, Jake Collins, Miles Collins, Preston Tran, Ty Newhouse, Colby Murray, and Brian Lang. Congratulations to all of you. Free State victorious as they improved to 6-1. Thank you to Cole C. DeButar back in the 92.9 The Bull studio. Thank you to Max for running the switches here on A10 Varsity. For Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson. Have a good night. Firebirds victorious.